I had a strange request from a client this week, but after I thought about it, it made perfect sense. I'm learning to thrive in the gig economy. Would you like to learn too? I want to share with you something that my client asked me to do this week for two reasons. Number one, because it made sense when I thought about it, and it may help you with your freelance work. And number two, because it shows that, quite frankly, as a freelancer, you can't be too proud, you know? One of my clients this week said she needed help with a membership application to one of her professional societies. And she asked me if I would fill it out for her. And I said, well, I can do that, but I mean, I'm going to be charging my usual rate, which, is fairly substantial. And she was like, fine, I just need it done. I got to get it done. They're pushing me to get it in by the deadline. Could you please do it? And I did it. I mean, it was really very basic stuff off her LinkedIn and her resume. And it was very, very simple. Time consuming because it was a fairly long membership application, and you had to write a little bit of a biography. You had to put in your work experience, things like that, And I thought, well, gee, why would she pay me to do that? And then I realized, she probably did a short cost analysis of it, and she realized she makes a lot more money than I do. She's in a different profession. I know she makes a lot more money than I do. And even at my rate as a writer and an editor, it was probably worth it to her to pay me to do it, to get that application done, rather than for her to set her own work aside. And it's kind of like, a doctor who doesn't want to change the oil in his car. It's worth it to go to Jiffy Lube and pay $20 to do it because the doctor doesn't want to spend the time on it. You know what I mean? I thought, geez, that's such a strange request. At first, I thought, that doesn't make any sense. Why am I filling out this? But I think that's why she did it. And it's something that we as freelancers should think about. There's a lot of talk about virtual assistants. And I've given it some thought. There are a couple of things that I could probably hire a virtual assistant for. Maybe you have some in your experience as well. And I may eventually do that at some point, where I have them do some of the nuts and bolts grunt work that I handle. It's something to think about, and it may help you. Have you had any experience with virtual assistants? If so, please comment and put it down below. I'd really appreciate it. The other reason why I wanted to explain this to you is that you shouldn't be too proud. I mean, it was just menial work, and I thought to myself, well, I'm doing her a service. She's my client. She's happy with my work. She needed help. Sure, I'll do it. Something that a secretary could do. But, she asked me to do it. I'm perfectly willing to set aside any sort of ego and say, well, this is ridiculous. Why am I filling out these forms? No. You know what? It's a service for her. I'll do it for her. And, if she needs me to fill out another application, I'll do it for her. Because she's paying. She's the client. And it's just good service. Why turn it down, Something to think about if you ever let your pride get in the way if a client asks you to do something. As long as it's not illegal or immoral or anything like that, you really should lean towards doing it for her or him, because it just builds a better relationship. Anyway, what are your thoughts on that? I'd really appreciate if you share them down below. Also, please like and share this video. YouTube would really be happy about that. And subscribe. Talk to you next week. Bye.